As the two teams take the pitch. Blackrock in the blue and white stripes, and the ladies of the Dutch development team playing in their familiar black and orange.
Netherlands development team against women from Ireland, Blackrock.
Blackrock College, famous of course, its most famous son, Fergus Slattery, the flanker and British and Irish Lions player back in the 70s and early 80s. And now Blackrock here, ready to receive the ball from the kicker of the ladies' Dutch development team. And it's a great kick. The ball is high, hanging in the air. Well taken by, not well taken by Blackrock as it slips out at the end. But well recovered by the Dutch, looking on the left, and she's fast. Players moved up to the Dutch 22 line. Holland playing in the familiar orange and black, looking for a gap to scythe through the Blackrock defence. Well taken. This is good pressure. Strong hand off on the right-hand side. And it looks as if Holland are going in for first blood in the corner. And they are. A great run by Holland's number 22. Opens to score. 5-0.
Kingston deze finale van het development team op 5-0.
Thank you.
Well, this will be interesting. The kick is good, giving Holland a 7-0 lead after only 1 minute. And Holland will kick off into Blackrock's arms.
Yes, here we go.
What? Make it up to date for this game.
Yeah, she's working on it.
I don't give them this is up to date.
Way behind.
So frustrating. A bit of a fight taking place here in the middle of the pitch. Both teams struggling for possession. The Dutch eventually come out on top. A bit of a hospital pass in the middle of the pitch. As the Dutch centre takes it, she's immediately taken by her opposite number. But the ball had gone forward beforehand. Scrum down, Holland ball. 7-0 to the Dutch after 2 minutes.
Ladies, wait until I call engage, okay? And then hold the weight until the ball is in.
The ladies, for the first time in this game,
Touch.
a little bit the propensity to drive
Touch.
before the referee allows them to do
Engage.
so. This time
Hold.
they do it better. They hold nicely. Nice handoff by the Dutch scrum half. And a long spin pass out to her centre. Oh, yeah. That's an unfortunate, unforced error. The ball goes down. Scrum down, Blackrock ball.
Knock forward orange, no advantage blue, scrum.
There was a knock forward by orange. There's no advantage. Scrum for Blackrock. So let's see what the Irish can do.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
They win their own ball from the scrum. They go blind. They come back open. Well taken in the centre. The pass was a little low. Looking for advantage there. The winger cuts back inside.
Advantage.
And the fly half had come round in the loop, but unfortunately the ball was knocked on in the interpassing between winger and the looping fly half. Scrum down. The ball is for the Dutch.
Hand off the ground, please.
And indeed, if I look across me now at the hospitality stands, they're filling up nicely. And the sun is even beginning to make its first appearance. Now a good strong break by the Dutch on the right-hand side of the pitch. Looking to put the ball back inside, but being pulled out of touch by the Blackrock players. No way through there.
Marcus here. On the gap. Down,
They
please.
want to be called the Royal Air Force Bulls.
Back 10.
Air Force
Back 10.
And who wants to be called that Blackrock?
Yeah,
The Blackrock team?
yeah. The
Royal Air Force.
Royal Air Force Bulls. What's the name of it?
This is development. Netherlands development. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
the other
other
team.
team.
It's the other team. Thank you.
And the RAF Bulls taking it away there, also known as Blackrock. The Dutch ladies have to go down quickly, and she goes down, but she is well tackled. She must release the ball. The tackler must give her the opportunity to do so. Does not do so. Holding on, says the referee. It's a penalty to the RAF Bulls. Scrum half has the ball.
Yeah, put on the ground, please.
Still 7 points behind. They need to convert this pressure into points. Long pass. Determined run through the centre, but well tackled by the Dutch development team. Blackrock, I should say the RAF Bulls still in possession. Driving forward into the Dutch 22.
Hands off, hands off.
Referee appealing for hands off, which both sides adhere to. But the RAF Bulls playing it nicely here. Looking for the gap, still in the Dutch 22. And the players in the centres appealing to have the ball coming out left, but it's not necessary because the blonde-haired winger for... Oh, dear! Well, she can't believe what happened. She was so close. And she was behind the post. She'd been behind the try line for 10 seconds. All she had to do was to ground the ball, but she doesn't ground the ball, and you can see the disappointment off her face there. Somehow she seems to come around the corner. She looks to beat one more Dutch player, and then it slips out of her hand, and she realises she's thrown away what could have been and should have been the equalising score. What a disappointment for the RAF Bulls, and you can see the disappointment on her face.
So just keep them up, okay? Keep them up.
So it's a scrum down, 5 yards from the line. A Dutch
Crouch.
development team put in.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold.
Well won by the Dutch. Can they scoop this away? They're playing behind their own line themselves, but they're full of confidence. Oh, but again, the ball went forward from the tackle,
No, it was knocked forward.
so there's no advantage
It's
to
half time.
the RAF Bulls there, but fortunately for the Dutch, they survived what should have been an equalising score.
In the Junior Women Final Cup, sponsored.
Wide. Okay, utilise the space out wide. Okay, then we bring it back the other way. But this half, big deep, okay? Really big into it, and all that's why I want you to work rate, working off the ball. Okay, defence is good, don't stop this attack.
The coach is putting it down to work rate. It's all up to work rate now. Can we up the work rate? If the RAF Blues can't up the work rate, then the Dutch are looking comfortable.
Yes?
The Dutch coach has one word for it: support, support, support.
Let's go, dames. Go, ladies!
Ladies are ready to
Team,
go.
captain and
Second
team.
half about to get underway.
Just watch the tackles, okay? You're slipping up over the shoulder, below the shoulder, okay? Round the waist.
And the referee asking the Dutch captain just before the second half gets underway to watch the tackles. RAF Bulls to kick into Dutch hands. It's a low grubber kick along the ground, picked up on the second bounce by the Dutch number 12. She goes to ground, sets it back nicely, and the ball is spun away by the scrum half. Is there an opportunity here on the right-hand side? Well, a powerful run by the Dutch winger. Lays it off nicely, but the ball went backwards. Dutch in possession, and there's a huge overlap on the left-hand side if she can swing the ball, which they're doing. And we have a Dutch speed merchant over here with support outside, but she sees the gap herself. Looking, going, good goose stepping, good support. A very high tackle by RAF Bulls, but the referee allows it to go on. There is advantage to the Dutch. Ooh, well taken in the centre there. And a strong, powerful run. Again, another high tackle. The referee has seen it. There was no advantage here. He is saying the tackle is too high. Tackles must be around the waist or below. There's no need to go high. Two high tackles in succession. No referee will take that. Ball is swung inside. The Dutch development team looking for the gap. Going left, going right. Ooh, sloppy pass there, but the bounce is kind to the Dutch. Looking for the opportunities now to take it further. Positioning play.
Knock back, play
The
on.
Dutch still 7-0 ahead. Referee allowing advantage here. Dutch looking for the gap. And there is an overlap here. Can they move the ball out? No, she cuts back inside, but she's strong and she's looking for that gap and she's going for that corner. But well smothered tackled by the RAF Blues defence, who stay on their feet, but the ball comes out nicely to the Dutch.
5-6.
Number 2 is strong with a solid handoff. Can she get down into the corner? She'll need another handoff here. It's a strong handoff, and she is strong enough, and she goes over in the corner. And the crowd erupts. She turns into the corner for the second Dutch try. Good strong running by the Dutch there. And a second try with only 4 minutes left of the game.
Door Tiara, brengt de stand op 12-0.
Strong run by the Dutch number 2, Tiana. Takes the score to 12-0. Not an easy conversion here. It's a good 36, 37 yards with the angle. Can Tiana convert her own try? Well, she had the height, but she missed a little direction, and the ball sails past the left-hand up.
Tanya, that's
Holland,
3 hit highs
12.
in a matter of minutes, okay? Last warning.
Missed conversion. We are still in the Café Cobra Shield for the junior women. The Dutch development women against Blackrock. And the score is 12-0 for the Dutch ladies.
So the Dutch development team will kick off 12-0 ahead, back into the RAF Bulls' arms. 1 goal catches, 1 goal calls, but good pressure by the Dutch as the ball is pushed back. Can Blackrock get out of here? Oh, it's an excellent run here. An excellent run. She turns, she goes through the gap. She's looking well tackled. Can she make the ball available? Yes, she can. Rolls it back to her colleague. And another determined run. Important big tackle here. Tackle is good, goes down. Lays the ball back nicely.
Holding on.
But she does not release the
Sub
ball.
with
She
injury, okay?
must release the ball.
Penalty for holding on, but you need a sub.
There's a penalty. And one of the Blackrock ladies is coming off here. She looks as if she's hurt her knee in a previous encounter. And she gets a warm round of applause from a swelling crowd now. The crowd looking across on the other side of the park here. Thousands of people now swelling this ground. Oh, and this poor young lady is in some difficulties, but helped by 2 colleagues as she struggles off the pitch now. So it's a Dutch penalty. The ladies moving forward slowly, positioning, and possession is everything. And we've seen this lady before, the Dutch speed merchant moving down the right wing. Gets the ball back inside. There's a huge overlap if only the ball is given. But this is very lateral running, but there's still an overlap here. And if they can give, then we know if Tyra gets the ball, but she can't get the ball because it's held up in the middle of the play. Ball has been released. Looking for the chances there. Determined defence by Blackrock. And the RAF Bulls looking for
21 in from
possession.
the side, 21 in from the side.
But again, you must go through the gate. You may not go through the side.
Advantage.
Holding the ball provocatively. But the Dutch defence is not lured into
Advantage over.
breaking their line. The drift defence is working excellently. All credit to Gary and the Dutch crowd to make this happen. And the Dutch continue to pressure. And a good break by RAF Bulls. Flipped inside. Determined tackling by the Dutch. But great support play by RAF Bulls as the blue and whites continue to drive forward. And again, the support is really strong. But 2 Dutch ladies on the spot to tackle. Must release the ball, but the ball was knocked forward as it was pushed back by the tackled RAF Bulls lady.
Scrum orange, not forward blue.
So with only a few minutes to go, the Dutch development team lead in the Café Cobra Shield by 12 points to 0. And the Dutch make a substitution, make 2 substitutions here.
Ready? Good.
But Holland restored to full strength now.
Crowd. Touch. Pause. Engage.
And the ball well won by the Dutch. Slowing it down, looking for that moment of advantage. Drawing the player. Fresh legs. Determined tackling by RAF. Ball is nicely struggled, but there were hands in the ruck. You may not play the ball in a ruck situation. Unfortunate for the Dutch because they had one possession, but with a comfortable cushion of 12 points. They won't be too concerned, but they do need to tackle here. And the RAF Bulls are very, very, very determined, getting the ball away. This is nice interplay between the RAF ladies. And a lovely break. And it looks as if the RAF are going to get their first try of the game. And this time they do ground the ball successfully. That's a good effort by Blackrock, also known as the RAF Bulls. This conversion could be important because they still need a try to draw level, but the conversion is good. They don't have time. That's it. 12-7.
That's a win for the Dutch ladies.
Congratulations to the Dutch
Final
ladies.
score 12-7. Give them a big hand.
Get on, further. The Cobra, Cafe Cobra Shield, sponsored by Cafe Cobra for the junior women competition. The prize will be handed out by Arnold Michel, the director of the tournament. The 2012 winners of the Junior Women's Cup are the Netherlands Development Squad.
A big hand for the ladies of the Netherlands Development Squad, the 2012 winners of the Cafe Cobra Shield. An annual prize donated by Arnold Michel, the tournament director, and also the owner of the Cafe Cobra, well known to those who enjoy a beer in downtown Amsterdam.